No, he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready.
Fucking suck.
What up, it's Dula, and today I want to help you fight better using your builds. So Fortnite is like two different games at the same time because the building and the editing aspect, but understanding those aspects is what separates the casual from the sweat. Now, if you think you're incapable or like you'll never catch up on the learning curve, understand the sheer amount of players that play this game and the amount of time they invest.
All right, so I've been playing Fortnite for 7 days in a row and 12 hours a day.
Your rate of improvement ultimately depends on you. So it's not impossible to improve at building if you keep a level head and stay disciplined enough to train every day you get on. One way to use your builds to help you fight better is to create enough distance between you and your opponent long enough for you to make a right hand peek and go for the shot. We know most players are pretty good, but they're not Booga, so they tend to not be so protective of all their angles. So if you can't get a shot off when you set up the right hand, don't get greedy and go for that 50-50, but go around your opponent's builds to create an angle. Most of the time, doing this confuses your opponent and they lose track of you, which gives you enough time to get off some damage. But what if you struggle with editing and don't know what builds to use in a certain situation? I still run it into this issue from time to time, but not as often. So let's chop this up. If you struggle with editing, you just don't play enough. And if you're not willing to put in that extra time to improve that weakness, then just play zero builds, bro. Save you the headache. It's not worth it, because that miracle you're looking for is the practice maps in creative, and it takes time. For me, it took hours every day. What you need to do is you need to slow your pace down. When you're in those practice maps, every rep ingrains your technique that much deeper. This is why you want to master your editing slow at first, because that memory translates to your speed and sets up your potential to edit faster. Now, if you don't know what builds to use in a certain situation, that really just comes down to a lack of experience. All that means is you just need to play more situations that you're uncomfortable in more often. And really, a good place for that
I leave now. This nigga's ass.
is in a 1v2 practice map. Me personally, I like to do 2v2 box fights because most of the time my partner either leaves the game early or they just play on tablet. So it's really up to me to clutch. And these are the situations where your weaknesses are really magnified due to you being outnumbered. So win or lose, adding this to your warm-up before you play will already have you adjusted during those high intense scenarios. Also, you're not watching enough Fortnite. Now, I know we all don't like watching Fortnite like that, but the pros got it figured out. Watch pros play on your input and tell me you still don't know what to do. See if I'll come over there and smack you. I like watching Reed. Obviously, he's still a top pro and he's on controller. Obviously, everybody else likes different players, but it's really important to find a pro that plays on your input that you like to watch, because 10 out of 10 times the question you're asking will be answered by watching their gameplay. So let's just recap this real quick. If you want to get good at using builds, you need to practice productively before you play real games, get good at creating distance, get good at your right hand peaks, work on creating angles, play more 1v2 situations, and you need to watch more people who are good at Fortnite that are on your input.
No way you hit that.
If you liked the video, could you please drop a like, leave a sub, interact with the channel, and I would love you. All right, I'm out. Peace.
Bro, that was lucky my shotgun didn't shoot, yo. Bro, you're a little tricky one. You're a little trickster.